Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Today is Monday, October 16th, and this is your daily card pull to see what all messages are coming through from God, Spirit, the Divine. So let's go ahead and jump in. And as always, we'll start with a few cards for the collective in general, and then in the description box below, you can see the link for the individual sign groupings for today. So let's see what messages are coming through. All right, we have our Page of Wands. We have our Five of Cups in reverse, and we have our Six of Swords. So our Page of Wands energy, this is that kind of excited, optimistic type of energy. So that's definitely positive. With our Six of Swords energy, this is going to be like there's a positive change. You're moving on. You're traveling. So these two are definitely going well together. And then we have our Five of Cups in reverse, which is about turning the corner and kind of moving on. And, you know, you're getting yourself like unstuck. You're finding acceptance. And so overall, this is definitely a very positive read, you know, positive energy out there for the whole collective that you're excited about these changes. Things are going forward, and looks like you're moving on from maybe some situations that were causing you some struggles. So let's take a look. We'll start with our air signs today, and that's our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what is coming through for you. All right. We've got the Magician. So this is about transforming lead into gold. It's about positively changing your circumstances. So if there's something that's been causing you grief, anxiety, heartache, you know, whatever the case may be, it's about transforming that heavy negative energy into something more positive. Let's take a look at our Moon card. We have step out of your comfort zone. So sometimes in order to make those changes, you do have to step out of that comfort zone a little bit and say, okay, you know, I may not know exactly what it is that I want, but I know I, you know, don't want that. So that's what, with stepping outside of the comfort zone, regardless of what that might be. So, you know, maybe you're struggling with personal health issues, and, you know, it's more comfortable to stay at home. You don't really feel like going out running or, you know, doing something like that. It's like, okay, but I know I don't want that. I don't want this sluggish feeling, this, you know, lazy feeling in my body. So I'm going to do something. It's outside of my comfort zone, but I'm going to do it because I want a positive change in my life. So it can be something as minor as, you know, changing your routine, to something more major, like I don't like my job. I'm quitting my job and I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone. I don't have the next one lined up, but I know I don't want this one. So let's take a look. This is from our Goddess deck. We have Yamanya, Golden Opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So again, that's stepping maybe outside of your comfort zone and using that energy to transform your situation into something more positive, something more uplifting, something more on your path. All right, let's take a look at one more. Things are not as bad as they seem. So if you've been in that kind of, oh, woe is me, things are so tough, I'm miserable, why are things not working out? They're not as bad as they seem. So there's this golden opportunity here for you. Oh, here, push those down a little bit further. So there's this golden opportunity for you. It's not as bad as it seems. And really think about stepping outside of your comfort zone. If a kind of different or interesting opportunity is coming across your path, maybe that's the one that you need to be taking. All right, now we're going to look at our fire signs. That's going to be our Aries, Leo, Sag, and see what message is coming through for you today. You also have the Magician. So again, you're working on transforming, you know, there's a lot of excited energy here. And, you know, the Magician, let me look at this. The Magician is that excited energy. You're at the point of being able to make some real good positive change in your life and moving things forward. So, you know, overcoming some of these obstacles, finding that sense of acceptance and turning the corner and moving on, you know, from some of these heavy situations that have maybe been causing you some stress. So you are also working on changing. And this really is kind of that testament to the fact that you are a co-creator of your experience here. So it's not all about what is the universe going to do for me? Like, you're creating it as well with the universe. So using that magician energy to change your scenario, change your experience. So there's the jumper card and the pulled card. So the jumper card was show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And then a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So we just had the eclipse in Libra, which was about balancing those relationships and finding what that natural balance is. So this idea of a new romantic cycle begins, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a new person or a different person, but like a new phase in your relationship, a new, more balanced phase in your relationship. So maybe it had been really skewed one way or the other in the past, and there's like this sense of newness of let's bring in that balance, let's bring in kind of a new phase for you. And the whole part about show the world the real you, and that's that, North Node in Aries. Be unapologetically you. Stand in your own truth and show the world this is what you want. This is who you are. All right. Your goddess card is Hathor. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So maybe you're a naturally giving person, like you're the one that's always taking care of everybody else. You're the one that's doing everything. You're the one that's, putting a roof over the head, food on the table, shuttling kids around to places. You're the one that feels like, all of the responsibility lies on you, and be open to letting other people pick up some of that burden. Don't carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. And tap into your creative side. And actually, I do like the way that this goes here. So with this new romantic cycle and showing the world who you really are, maybe you're in a situation where you feel like you've been so focused on like taking care of everybody else that with this romantic side, like it's just kind of, it is what it is. It's going to be there. So tap into your creative side. How could you make that better? How could you improve that scenario for yourself and, for your partner, or if you're single, for a potential partner? And that will help kind of create that new romantic cycle with a different level of creativity and this whole idea of, positive changes and moving forward. So, how can you use that creative energy to positively move you forward? All right, next up we have our earth sign. So that is going to be our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For you, we have the Hermit. So this is that kind of like self-reflection, and you're really pondering things, and it's kind of that journey of self-discovery. Like you're trying to figure out what is it that you really want in life. And I remember in the work world, we used to have this phrase that we would say a lot. The worst answer you can give when somebody says, why are we doing things this way? Well, we've always done it that way. That's not a valid reason to continue doing it that way. If that's not the best way to do it, if it's not successful, if it's not productive, if it's not bringing value. So kind of this journey of self-discovery is this idea of, why am I doing things the way I'm doing it? Am I doing it out of habit? Am I doing it out of fear? Am I doing it out of love? Am I doing it because it makes me feel fulfilled? So kind of looking at what are the things you're doing in your life and why are you doing them? And, having that sort of sense of self-reflection, and especially with this energy of moving on and kind of some excitement about moving on. So it's that idea of what have I been doing and why have I been doing it? And would I rather be doing things differently? Your moon card is work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And it could be, as you're reflecting on what you're doing, that you're doing certain things because you're afraid. And so like you're defensively doing some things, like, whatever that may be for you, staying in a job you hate because, well, I'm afraid, what if I don't find another job? Or I'm afraid, what if then I have no money? What if, then I'm bored all day? And so you stay where you're not happy because you're too afraid of the unknown, or you're too afraid of what the next step might look like. All right, and that card was wanting to flip. Ixchel, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Medicine woman, you are a channel for divine healing power. So that card flipped. I don't know if you can really see that very well. That eggshell, I guess. So since that one flipped, I'll pull another one too. All right. Aphrodite, inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciate your divinity. So this whole thing, this whole part about like this medicine woman and you're a divine channel or a channel for divine healing power, some of that is a matter of, you know, you have to be able to transcend whatever stuff is happening, you know, in the 3D, to be able to tap into some of that inner wisdom, that divine intuition type of energy. So really working on that and stepping into that, even if it seems scary, so that way you can be on your best path. And this card here, shut down that toxic positivity. Sorry, the reflection's really weird. And kind of, you know, going along here with this Six of Swords energy, you know, there's this positive change and you're moving on. But with this toxic positivity, I'll phrase that as like, you know, sometimes when there's that sense of, you know, nope, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. No, life is great. Life is great. You know, somebody else has it so much worse than I do. That sometimes that toxic positivity will keep you in situations or experiences longer than you should be, because you don't feel worthy of making a change, because that toxic positivity is sometimes associated with low self-esteem. Like kind of the whole thing of, oh, well, I know I just got into a terrible car accident and I lost both of my legs, but I can't complain because, you know, I still have my arms, and some people don't have arms at all. So I guess I just need to be happy and joyful. And, you know, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to say, you know, something really bad in life happened. Or, you know, even if it's like within a relationship, don't tell yourself, well, I'm in a relationship, I should just be happy. You know, it's not as bad as so-and-so's relationship is, so I guess I should just be happy. Like, don't sell yourself short because you think you have to see the silver lining on everything all the time, because sometimes that discomfort or those feelings are your way of saying this isn't the right path for me. So if you're overshadowing that with toxic positivity, you're not really listening to your intuition. You know, you're not really listening to, you know, especially if it's about certain circumstances of, well, you know, but I can't leave. You know, I can't quit my job because at least I have a job. Some people don't even have jobs. Sometimes that feeling is there to get you to change to being on the path that is the right path for you. All right, so our water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the sun. I think this one's come up for you recently. So you do have blessings that are coming in. So there's this excited energy. You know, you're moving on, you're turning that corner, and the blessings they're coming in. They're right there. So focus on those blessings and keep yourself moving in that positive direction. All right. Nothing is yet set in stone. So this is that sense of you have free will. You do have the ability to influence what's going on. So your blessings are coming in. That's the energy that's coming in. But keep doing what you're doing in a positive manner. You know, nothing is set in stone. So this isn't like a scare you type of thing, but it's that reminder that you do have free will. You can dictate the path that things are going. So make sure, oh my goodness. So make sure you keep moving in that positive direction. Let me pull one of the goddess cards here. Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So for you water signs, there's some relationship that's kind of weighing on your mind or coming to mind here, that undying love, that the love that you've shared is eternal, you know, regardless of the situation. So maybe part of the blessings that are coming in is if you have a situation where you are not with this love partner and you felt like, oh, you know, I guess things just aren't meant to be. Like, blessings are coming in. Nothing is yet set in stone. Your jumper card is, this is your sign from the universe. And, you know, with this undying love that you've shared before, that's your sign from the universe. And then the card I pulled is lessons will repeat until you learn. This is that reminder of you do need to pay attention when the universe is trying to send you messages and trying to send you signals, because those lessons get louder and louder and louder until you listen. So if it's about this love situation, that there's a person that you're kind of on the fence about, or that sort of situation, this is your sign from the universe, kind of that push in that direction. And it's going to keep pushing you in that direction. So make sure that you're taking enough time to meditate, to ground yourself, to journal, so that you can really focus in on what is that inner message, what is that intuition telling you. So I hope you found today's message to be helpful. As always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. So until next time, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Bye-bye.